And the worst part about them, and I'm sure it was probably like this for you too, like you you have to like drum up some intense meaning out of nothing. They're like, oh, tell us, you got to write a 5-page report on how this tiny conversation between these two people meant this deep and emotional whatever. And like, bro, they literally, it was just a conversation. There's nothing deep to it. There's no hidden meaning. Like, I love to write, and I DM like D&D campaigns and stuff like that. There's no hidden meaning. As a writer, I can tell you, there's no hidden meaning. There is no deep symbolism. No one writes like that. Okay. I'm sure someone does somewhere. But come on. Really? It's like, oh, that frog on the hill, it's so deep. It's not deep. It's just a frog on a hill, man. Alright. Let's give some people some gifts. Yeah, English was just, I hated those classes so much. Which was just so funny, because my friends always wondered why I got such low scores in English class. And it's like, because it's stupid. It's such a waste of time, and it's nothing. I mean, what is it doing for me? The writer says the door is green. It symbolizes peace in the past that the character overcame. No, the door's green because the artist needed a color for the door. Yep. What was that? I know we looked up Evelyn. What did she want? And the other half of our English classes was just watching movies about the books. Such a waste of time. Oh, Evelyn is diamonds, of course. Evelyn, do we have a diamond on us? Yeah, let's go ahead and give her one. Yeah, schooling systems, I think schooling systems everywhere kind of need an overhaul. Ooh, no, not a hot pepper. I almost gave him the wrong thing. Give him a leek. That's Alex. Let's see here. You were 9, super fast reader. Probably just because you didn't want to talk to people. Same. So I read instead. Teacher refused to believe that I'd finished reading the text, so she made me reread it like 5 times and asked me questions about it. Made you read it again? Wow. Talk about a great way to discourage someone from ever reading again in their life. Wow. It's people like that that unfortunately give teachers a bad rep in a lot of places. I had some awful art teachers as well. Awful art. In fact, I stopped doing like all things art because of my art teachers in high school for a long time. Oh wow, okay, Alex is really picky on his gifts. But you know, we've got all these teachers, at least over here, that, you know, demand they get paid better. And then you look at what they're asked to do, or whatever, and if you were to observe their classes, like, the amount of effort they actually put in is just so, for a majority of the teachers, it's just so low. Now there are I know some teachers that are out there that are passionate about what they do. They make it fun for the kids, which is the biggest thing. You make a class, any subject, doesn't matter. You make that class fun, they will learn. That's all there is to it. It's simple. But there's a lot of teachers, especially here, that it kind of feels like they thought it would be an easy job, and they got to it, started doing it, realized they didn't like it, and now they're stuck. And so they just, like, take it out on the kids. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. In France, you normally only get 4 years where you actually have art classes. You have the same teacher every year. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I think in high school all the art classes were optional. But up to that point, I think we were forced to take an art class a year. Pretty much every grade up to high school. But I didn't hit the bad art teachers until high school. And that's where you got the teachers, the art teachers that were like, this is the way you do it. This is the only way you do it. And if you don't do it this way, you're going to fail the class. That's not art. I get that you're trying to teach, you know, a certain way of painting, or a way of drawing, or whatever. But to tell somebody that their way of art is wrong is just wrong. Okay. Evelyn. No, not Evelyn. What's her name? Caroline. What do you like? We have no idea. Oh, right. She's one of the other impossible ones. Teacher was nice, but the classes were mainly chatting and doing non-stop, doing stop-motion movies with Play-Doh. That's kind of cool, but yeah, if you're not into that, that could get real boring really quick. It's interesting. Stop-motion videos with Play-Doh. I would have loved that. That would have been super fun. Way better than the art classes I had to take. I think we had, like 4 years in a row, 3 years in a row, or like half the year, it was just still lifes. Still life with pencil, still life with colored pencil, still life with paint. Like, I don't like still lifes. This is so boring. It's not my thing. Please let me do something else. Harvey, I think, was coffee. Yeah, we don't have any coffee on us. Okay. Abigail, I think we've gifted twice already. Yes. It was funny, but since he had little to no authority over students, the classes were a mess every time. Oh boy. Yeah. I do know a few teachers that, definitely, the kids just do not, of course, nowadays kids are even worse, but the kids just did not, you know, they had zero respect. The teachers that can command respect are also few and far between. And these days the kids are, I mean, kids are mean. Let's be real, kids are mean. Some of those poor teachers, they have it rough. They have it rough. Let's see. Vincent. Pink cake. I feel like there was something else. Grapes and snails? Oh. Okay. I think we gave you as a gift already. We get Penny twice, yes. Some girl used spray deodorant and a lighter to make a flamethrower under her table. Yeah, that's that sounds like kids. Yep. That's funny. Alright, Pierre, let's give you a daffodil here. Okay. Kent. Who do we still need to find? Could get Pam. Should be easy to give gifts to her. Willie needs a diamond. Leah, I think we can find in the saloon later. Marnie needs a diamond. Clint needs a gem. And Gus needs a diamond. Alright. We just hang out in... Oh, there's Willie. There you go, Willie. And let's get Elliot here. Pomegranate, I think. Check that. Yeah, we, so the high school I went to also tried to, cover things up, if they went awry. So, like, I think it was my final year of high school or something. Like, some kid stabbed another kid, with, not like a full-on knife, but like, I don't know, like an X-Acto knife or something, in one of the classes, and they tried to cover it up, in the news and all this other stuff. They just, like, they didn't want the news to get out because it's, you know, supposed to be the go-to school. America, yeah. America. To be fair, that was the only thing like that that happened in all of my years in school. At least that I heard about, anyway. Which, you know, in a school, the news travels fast through the kids, than anything else. But yeah, it was, so, you know, luckily, when I was in school, you know, there was no shootings or whatever. But the school I was going to, so, the place was kind of an up-and-coming, like, Richie Rich area, basically. Not me. I was in the poor part of town. But the school was, and I think still is, it's considered one of, like, the most prestigious schools in the state and all this other junk, so they were trying to protect that reputation. So it was really just, like, and it's probably still this way today, because I'm sure some of the poorer areas are still in the area, but um, you know, you'd have like, I don't know, I'd say probably 20% of the class, the school was lower middle class to poor, and then the rest was like richy rich spoiled kids, and that was the school. And like my class was over 1,000 kids, just my class. Um, and then you had 4 grades, so 5,000 kids basically in this school. So for only one stabbing to happen over 4 years, not that bad. And really, stabbing is kind of an extreme. he got him once with the X-Acto blade. That was it, just once. So it's not like it was a a murder spree or anything. But they yeah, they tried to cover that up, and I don't know. That school was silly. It was silly. Oh no, I ran out of diamonds. Oops. Ooh, it's Caroline's birthday. Or not Caroline, Emily. We can give her a topaz. Sure. That was almost bad. My experience, rich kids tends to be the worst ones. 100%. 100%. See if we can find another salad for Leia. Perfect. We'll buy a beer for Pam. Here you go, Pam. Yeah, I had a lot of good friends that were, I don't know, they weren't rich, but they weren't bad off. And I had some that were from rich families. I can definitely say there were very few that were down to earth and really understood, how lucky they were or whatever. And there were definitely a lot that didn't realize how fortunate they were, and they were just total jerks. But that's kind of everywhere. I don't think you can really get away from that, unfortunately. Emo Kid wants the frozen tier. And like everywhere, people people either grow up or they don't. It was funny because our class president or whatever, the graduating speech, he's like, well, half of us will still be alive in 10 years and the other half will probably be in jail or something like that. And I was like, he's actually probably not wrong. Sad as it is, he's probably not wrong. Demetrius, Evelyn, Jody, Linus, Caroline. Okay. I didn't go to my 10-year anniversary or whatever. Whatever they call those. So I don't know how close, but oh well, he was the president of our class. So like our class leader or whatever. So he was a kid too. And it was mostly meant as a joke, but I think it was more real than anyone really thought it would be. Topaz, I think we can give him this. Nice. Okay. Okay. I think we have hit a good amount of double gifts here. Pam, we can get her last one tomorrow. Demetrius, Gus wants a diamond. Linus. Oh. It's probably too late to go over the wizard. That's alright. See if we can maybe give Linus something before the day is over. One thing that was really bad at our high school that I just came to find out, years later, from friends telling me, was the just the sheer amount of drug use. Even in people I would have never suspected it. And there were people that were really, really addicted to things like cocaine and meth and stuff in high school. Like, I hope those people got over it, but I don't know. Do we have coconut stashed somewhere? I think we can give him cactus too. Just give him some cactus. I don't know. High school was a crazy time. Crazy, crazy time. Not, I always hear these people say that, they wish they could go back to high school, or they wish they could do this back when they were, that young. Like, I don't know. I didn't... High school was not for me. Don't get me wrong, I made some great friendships, people I'm still friends with today. But I feel like I could have just skipped the whole school part. Just made the friends and, like, focused on life skills. Rather than, learning about the meaning of some blue door and a frog or whatever. Just feels like it could have been time better spent. Okay. Put that away. Pull this out. I think I need a separate fridge. Or a separate, ooh, we could do a box. Let's do a chest. We'll do a big chest, and we'll just fill it up with all of the gift stuff. Like, that's what we're gonna do. Big chest. Okay. We'll put it right here. Let's do bright red. So these are all gonna be gifts. Alright. Can go through here and pick all of them out. Wool, yes. Sure, let's start giving, we'll give Harvey the coffee, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna start making a bunch of coffee anyway. Okay, let's put all that in there. Gems. Yes, yes. All of the diamonds. Frozen tears. The solar essence and void essence we will need as well. Topazes. Personally, high school went better than middle school or elementary. You had another tab open with French grades and U.S. equivalents. Yeah, our school system's wacky. I also am of the opinion that we could do with less schooling, and they seem to just add more as the years go by. Um, like kids are in school here, where I'm living, and it's different all across the U.S. because there's no standardization. But the kids go to school here. They started like 3 weeks ago, and they go till like 2 or 3 weeks into June. It's way too long. There's an article called "How to Understand the Confusing French School System." That's pretty great. I wonder how many articles are out there for all of the other school systems. That's pretty great. We're getting called out. That's funny. Dandelions, yep. Horseradish, yep. I feel like somebody liked sweet peas. Pull those out as well. We'll pull the peaches out here. Oh, we have a snail we can give the little kid. Sure. We'll pull the pomegranates out. I don't think anybody likes apples, which is kind of hilarious. We'll pull those out. Pull the pepper poppers. We could pull out the goat cheese. I'm gonna wait on that. Okay, real quick. Hey, we can make some pepper poppers. Nice. We'll make 8. Sure. That should be good. No, but during elementary school, we count with letters, not like ABC, with random letters. In order, it goes CP, CE1, CE2, CM1, C. What? But is that what the grades are called, or that? I mean, it worked. I'm confused. So that's what the grades are called. Okay, yeah, that's pretty confusing. CP, CE1, CE2. Yeah, we just had first grade. Well, you start with kindergarten. So it's kind of like, so you have preschool, which is more like, it's just basically just daycare. You don't really learn anything. Then you have kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way up through 12th grade. Now in high school, they have alternate names, but you could also just call them 10th through ninth through 12th. Then you count backward from 6, even though there is 7 school years after preschool. That is definitely confusing. Wait, so So you guys only go to school for 6 years? Or is that's 6 years prior to high school level? That is a very confusing system. Bravo to whoever came up with that. All right. It's the last day of spring. Spirits are angry. Okay, no surprise there.